Those are ALD New Balances?
Emilion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, KB.
Yeah, wow.
Does that warrant that?
It does.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Thank you.
Damn.
And that hoodie too.
Yeah, the hoodie's cool.
You're getting like cool.
You've been spending.
Yes,
Have you been spending heavy?
Yeah, I've been spending like a crypto scammer.
Good to go with the clap whenever.
All right, cool. That's a good cold open. Is that loud enough?
Hit me one more time.
I think that was worse.
That was worse.
You want me to that's your reply to what I'm going to say? No, you're just going to say, like, no, that's a new Untold story. Yeah, okay. Hey, is that story old or told? Fuck no, baby! It's a new Untold story. A new Untold story. It's a fresh baked Untold story. A new Untold story.
That's
Cool.
nice.
New Untold Story, episode 413.
Episode 416. Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Ooh.
The 6.
We're here with Feits.
With lifelong friend, Feits.
Are we allowed to say it? Is a lifelong friend somebody you've
No.
known since birth or somebody that will be your
Not
friend
of,
forever?
Not of us. He just seems like a guy who stays in touch.
I'm not bad at
You're
it.
somebody's
I'm
lifelong
all right
friend.
at
You're
it.
somebody's
Yeah.
lifelong
I
friend.
got lifelong friends.
Yeah.
I got a room full of them right here.
Wow.
Oh.
Sad. Sad.
Okay.
Tell me about Toronto.
Wait.
Ugly, overcrowded, overpriced, and soulless.
What?
Listen, I always thought Toronto seemed fantastic, but I did some research and they hate it, so we can talk shit.
Wait, they hate their city?
Yeah, they're anti-Toronto.
It's pronounced Toronto.
Toronto?
You don't do the second T, I don't believe.
Yeah, Toronto.
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 Okay. Feits would probably know more about it than me.
Been to the Brass Rail there. Good strip club.
Okay.
What makes a strip club good?
I was like 17
Naked
and
women?
they had me in
Yeah.
the VIP room.
A bad strip club is clothed the women.
What was the name of it?
Brass Rail. The
In
Brass
that-
Rail.
You said Brass Braille. I
No,
was like,
no.
what?
Yeah.
There's also the Upper Brass, which is the nicer part of the strip club, I believe.
Have you ever been to the Upper Brass?
I have been, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a tough night.
I don't have you pegged as a strip club guy.
Not at all. Like I said, I was like 17. Once
Yeah.
I like became of age, I was out on them.
Yeah, like I've said, don't get it. Don't get getting horny with your boys.
No,
I don't want to be hard next to a hard you.
If anything, it's the ultimate punishment. Like it's like
Can't touch.
torture. Can't touch, can't squeeze.
But I also
Like
I don't get hard like that.
Hmm?
I don't got like a chick in the room naked does not get.
No.
Yeah, but like,
I when early Barstool days, I think me, Dan, Dave, and Kevin were doing a podcast, and Dave got like very mad at me.
They're going to say Dave got very hard at you.
He was like, we were talking about like middle school dances, and they were all like talking about how you get hard, and I was like, I didn't get hard dancing in middle
Oh,
school.
you weren't grinding.
And he was like, Are you fucking kidding me, Feitelberg? Then you're gay. Then you're gay. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like
I was way too nervous to get hard.
It was
me too.
Can't be hard nervous.
dude. I do the opposite of get hard in strip clubs, where like if they're giving me a lap dance, I'm so self-conscious of the fact that I'm not getting hard
Yeah.
that I'll like tighten my pants up so she can't even feel that I'm not hard.
I bet you most gay
That
dudes
maneuver, yeah.
aren't attracted to men. They just are nervous around women.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I bet you most
I
gay
mean-
dudes are just like too nervous to get hard around women and just can only get hard around dudes.
Oh,
Probably a percentage.
Yeah.
But I think they like each other.
Yeah, they
too,
might.
yeah.
What else? You have anything else?
Toronto, I think the Mount Rushmore would be Drake, The Weeknd, Mike Myers, and Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like
Yeah.
Rob Ford kind of sneaks on
Those are the most.
He was the mayor that did meth.
everything.
He did crack.
I don't know if he would be
Yeah.
more famous than Jim Carrey.
You think the mayor is
But
more famous than
like,
the mask?
like Toronto icons, if that's what the Mount Rushmore is. If you're not,
I'm talking about the most famous people. I know, like they're all Americanized now, but Toronto icons, yeah.
I didn't know The Weeknd was from Toronto.
I think, yeah. The Weeknd, Drake, Jim Carrey, Mike Myers are the most famous Torontonians or
Yeah,
Tim Hortonians, whatever they call each other. That's a racially and facially diverse quartet of men, of schizo men. I think Drake might be the most normal of that bunch.
The Weeknd, yeah.
I don't know about I don't know what his life is like. He might.
He just seems like a wacko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely not able or.
Don't do that.
I don't even know. Like, who was I?
Don't disable.
Who was I talking about? We were talking about some artist, and I was like, he's kind of like The Weeknd for me, where I'm like, I'm sure I know he sells unbelievable tickets, but I couldn't tell you.
Starboy was sick.
Oh yeah.
Starboy.
During that summer, I too was a motherfucking Starboy.
You were a Starboy?
Yeah,
I
I
was a
think
party monster.
Were you?
Mhm.
Is that another album?
What was his Kiss one?
Song. Kissland is a. He sucked.
I gotta take you to
His music
Kissland.
is so good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kiss.
America, we sacked them. We sacked them silly during the War of 1812 and 1813.
We sacked Toronto.
We sacked the smithereens out of them, looted them, plundered them dry, burnt them to a crisp. We
Didn't know this. I didn't
Yeah.
know we went to war with Canada.
Well,
Was it France?
It was the Battle of York, War of 1812. Wooed their women. We wowed their children.
What do you mean by woo?
Yeah.
We wooed their women. We wowed their children. I think we murdered their weakest men and raped their strongest men. Consensually. We raped them consensually. We raped the buddy boys. Oh, what are you doing there, bud?
Yeah.
I'm fucking rearranging your guts, dude. All right, how about it then?
Are you doing an impression of raping a Canadian man?
Statute of limitations, this was 1800s.
That would be a terrifying army if they went that style. If they went for the men.
They went Viking style, right? Wasn't that? Well, I guess Viking.
I
went
thought
for
that was
women.
That would be horrifying.
the ethics of war. You do go for the men.
No, but I mean sexually,
Oh.
like pillaging. You
Yeah,
don't go
that's
for the
how we
women.
pillage them.
What war were they raping men, Kyle?
1812.
1812.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
it was a bylaw. You're allowed.
That was the age range they were going for.
Yeah, that was
Other American.
raise the white flag.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth. Some more American fun facts about Toronto. Babe Ruth hit his first professional home run in Toronto against the Maple Leafs.
Didn't know that.
hmm
The Maple Leafs with the baseball team as well.
Yeah, the minor league team. He was for the Providence Grays. His fat black ass sent it sailing out of the stadium into Lake Ontario, so they say. And not one fucking Canadian had the foresight to retrieve the ball, which is probably millions of present day dollars worth of yarn and leather that
Wow.
they let decompose. Babe Ruth. Toronto. There was a fresh-faced city slicker named Hoy, Gary Hoy. He was a lawyer and he gave tours on the 24th floor of the TD Center in Toronto. And he had this stunt where he would run and slam his body into the glass windows to prove to the people on tour that the glass was unbreakable.
What happened?
The good news is he tried it many, many times and he never broke the glass. The bad news is the last time he tried, window popped out of frame. He went sailing to his death.
Damn.
Yeah, Gary Hoy.
Rest in peace, Gary.
What else? There was a clown riot.
What's a clown riot?
The clowns and the firefighters had a big brawl started.
no.
This is very Canadian. Yeah, the circus.
Dude, is that like a huge rivalry?
I don't think so. I don't even think people from Toronto know about this. But yeah, the circus came into town. They had a night off. They went to the brothel, and the firefighters were there, as they would be.
Yeah.
And I guess they got in some skirmishes over the women, and it turned into a full blown.
If I were a firefighter and I lost my girl to a fucking clown.
So like fucking we have FDNY 9/11, and they were fucking getting pummeled by clowns.
Well, honestly, it sounds like a scene from Gangs in New York. Like I feel like I remember.
It probably
that.
was sick. They were probably like hardworking men back then.
The clowns?
The clowns. Like,
Yeah,
well
definitely.
respected.
Really well respected men. That's interesting. So the clowns won?
I think the clowns won, and then the firemen showed up to the circus. had their way with them.
They rape them?
There's not a lot of info on that. They raped the clowns. They raped the clowns. Yeah.
All these stories end the same.
And then, do you have anything?
About Toronto?
Do you have news?
All right. Quick ad break, sorry, but you know we got to do it. It's game time. Barstool's ticketing partner app. It's the choice of everybody that works here. We use Game Time. Kyle and I, this Sunday, are going to Panthers and Bears.
Yes, we are.
We're going to tailgate,
attendance,
and we're going to walk in and scan our tickets that are in the Game Time app.
Mm-hmm.
Secure, best prices, all kinds of seats available. We love it. We genuinely use it oft. But it's not for just sports. You can go see comedy shows. You can go see Peso Pluma. You can go see 21 Pilots.
21 Pilots for only $33 on Wednesday at the United Center.
How much money? How many dollars is that per pilot?
It's I can't divide that by two.
Oh,
Not too quickly.
Hold on.
They put on shows. They do like emo gymnastics, piano. They sing. They play instruments.
They're from Columbus.
They are.
$1.57 per pilot, which is a good fucking deal.
Oh,
yeah, but
I thought it was two. Yeah.
what?
Nothing. But all events.
All events.
Sports, comedy, theater.
No, all the
cardiac.
Yes. Download the Game Time app today. Use code UNTOLD, UNTOLD, to easily score great deals with new Game Time picks. What time is it? Game time. Okay, listeners, if you're stinky or if you're not, this product's for you.
Yeah, maybe
Mando.
Your luggage is overcrowded. Free up some space in the hygiene section because it's Mando whole body deodorant.
72 hours of protection, Kyle.
The whole body. It's dermatologist tested and it's gentle on all of your bits. And you can choose from 4 cologne quality scents or unscented if you want to get stealthy. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal Bo was being misdiagnosed and mistreated.
B.O., Kyle?
B.O. So they got the D.O. stick, the body wash, the cleansing bar, the deodorant wipes.
All of it.
All in a bundle.
All of it. We have a discount code for you, too, to get hooked on my favorite whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off the starter pack with our exclusive code being ANUS at shopmando.com. That equates to 40% off your starter pack. Use code ANUS at shopmando.com, shopmando.com. I have some news.
Yes.
I have some news. I was just reading headlines, writing jokes really quickly. I don't even know if you would want to call these jokes, but yeah, just to keep the listeners up to date with things that are happening. The commander of the Navy SEALs was charged with the death of a training candidate. Why would you ever want to be a Navy SEAL? I'd be a black SEAL and fuck Heidi Klum. Pete Rose? Not now. Pete lowered. P Diddy blackmail? Yeah, I know what he is. Jimmy Carter turns 100 and he looks good. Oh, oops, no. He looks good. He looks like his bones turned to goo. I meant to say good.
Yeah, G-O-O''D.
Yeah. I forgot the apostrophe. An Abe Lincoln documentary came out and it tries to prove that he was gay. I think his whole wedding was a miscommunication. Yo, Abe, you want to marry Todd? Hell yeah, bitch. That's the news. Real short ones.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I actually saw that play in New York, which is kind of like that movie. It's called Oh, Mary, and it's about Mary Todd and how Abe Lincoln was gay and all kinds of stuff.
Did it make you believe that he was gay?
Well, the play's a comedy, but I did a little research on my own.
But like seeing somebody act in a play, me being convinced that that person's gay is easy. This actor is gay.
A thespian.
He actually, the guy who played Abe Lincoln looks a lot like Bert Kreischer. But
What?
I wouldn't.
I was doing some reading on it to see how true it is. And it seems like it's 100% true. Like it seems like, I believe that one of the quotes was, aside from his wife and kids, there is no evidence of him being a heterosexual.
Wait.
Well, look, kids is a great sign of
it's a
hetero.
strong-
Yeah, anyway, he was a wrestler.
But there were there were two separate points in his life where he lived with a man for 5 years. And this is the fucked up one. When he died, when he was killed, his stepmother, I believe, maybe mother, in her statement said he was never very fond of women.
Back then, though, like you were calling your boys beautiful, and I don't.
That's true.
People want people to be gay
I don't know.
posthumously
Yeah,
so
well,
bad.
It is so weird, like how much times and like things you say change. Like, did you see the quote going around from Blake Lively? It's unbelievable. It is.
She wants her kids to be gay?
She wants her kids. This is from like when she was on Gossip Girl, and it's like she was asked. I'll just read the quote. It says, I hope to have a few girls one day. If not girls, they'd better be trannies because I have some amazing shoes and bags and stories that need to be appreciated. Blake Lively, star of Gossip Girl, tells Elle Magazine.
I want my kids to be trannies.
Trannies makes it seem like she is being offensive.
Yeah.
But like
that was in print. That was in print.
Yeah,
With her picture,
when-
smiling big.
Oh, this is an old one.
It's so old. That's the thing. Like that was just
they
how
better
we
be
talked.
trannies. Yeah.
Like,
Like
that was. I don't think Blake Lively's a bad person. That's just how we talked. If you were a guy who ever had anything in girls' clothes, sweatshirts, like, what are you, a tranny?
or a trans.
yeah. Did you? One of my favorite celeb quotes is an interview with Demi Lovato, and the interviewer was like, "So, what's your favorite dish?" And she said, "Mug."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which like still wouldn't be an appropriate answer.
No, that's not a dish.
It's not a dish, but it is. If we call it, like, if we're counting,
I think you'd say if I said put away the dishes and there was a mug there, I don't know if would you put away the mug?
yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Favorite dish. My favorite dish. I like mugs.
She was quick with it.
Speaking of like trans and beating trans,
Were we
Ernest,
talking about beating trans?
so I read up on Ernest Hemingway. He lived in Toronto.
He's from around here.
He's from Oak Park. He hated Toronto. He said it was too prude. But
Really?
yeah, he preferred Paris. So I mean, which is like
Cuba might have been his favorite.
He also had 1 billion wives.
Did he?
So I could not have been more wrong about Ernest Hemingway my entire life. I just assumed he was like this studious, permanently elderly recluse who just churned out books, like in the mountains or something.
Yeah.
This man has lived.
Yeah.
You guys know this.
I read Farewell to Arms, which is like I think about World War I, and he was an ambulance driver. No.
He was a lot of things.
Oh.
So he was like a four-sport athlete. He was on the football team. He was a boxer. He ran track. He desperately wanted to shoot both of his parents. He was on the water polo team.
He wanted
was
to
in
kill
the
his
orchestra.
parents?
Yes. So his mom, Grace, was like, "You're a chick. Not like a trans chick. You're a cis chick.
What?
Yeah, you're a chick. I'm going to dress you like a chick. I'm going to cut your hair like a girl. In fact, you're your older sister's twin sister now." Yeah. And she like would sincerely refer to him as Dutch Dolly.
Dutch
And
Dolly.
he earnestly rejected that name and spent a lifetime hating her guts.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. So
Why do you hate his dad? I guess same reason.
wanted to shoot his dad. I forget why, but his dad shot himself.
His dad killed himself. Yeah.
Beat him to
tough
it.
start.
Mm-hmm.
Then after he graduated high school, he worked in Kansas City as a reporter. And then he went to war-torn Italy during World War I to be an ambulance driver for the Red Cross. So his first day on the job, he goes to Milan. He's assigned to an explosion site
That's the last assignment I'd ever want.
at a munitions factory to quote-unquote retrieve the shredded remains of female body parts. Day one.
Day one.
Day one, he's scavenging for Nunzia's kneecap and Giovanna's armpit and Carmelita's dimples.
Dude walking around explosions, picking up dimples with like the community service.
Got a
thing.
dimple.
And putting in a bag over your. He has the sharp thing, and he's picking up dimples.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Taking up Fabrizia's pussy. Yeah. And he probably has to show them to the loved ones.
Oh god, dude.
This was all that was recovered. I'm so sorry.
Ah, del Padre de Figlio, is that my sweet Fabrizia's farfallina?
Was that pussy in Italian?
I think so.
You learned.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be pussy.
That might be. I'm not sure.
Damn, that's an awful first day.
Hey, you know that Ernest kid was touching up on your guma's pussy. Yeah, when he was cleaning up that munitions factory. Yeah, he put her farfallina right in his trouser pockets. Saved it for later. I swear to Christ, if that Hemingway queer laid a finger on my bambina's bachia-galoop, I'll put his arms where his legs are. So that's the hypothetical.
So walk me through the hypothetical.
In this situation, the Italians are modern Jersey Italian.
That makes history so much funnier.
He's picking up body parts day one, 18 years old. And then after that, he was assigned to bring chocolates and cigarettes to the soldiers on the front line.
Huh.
That's the most European shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the first day he did that, he got like blasted by mortar fire, almost lost his legs, and then just stumbled into being a war hero, like having to save other soldiers. So now he's fucked up. His legs might need amputated. And then there's so much to it, dude. It's like,
Keep going. I'm interested.
he falls in love with his nurse, and he gets his heart he gets his heart broken, fucks off, moves back to America, spends some time in the wilderness of the Upper Peninsula, goes to Toronto to work for the newspaper, then goes back to Chicago, falls in love, gets married, has a kid, moves to Paris, writes 88 stories, becomes best friends with
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
that's in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Pablo Picasso, Gertrude Stein, then becomes enemies with them, and then moves back to Toronto.
How did he become enemies with Pablo
I don't know.
Picasso?
I'm reading this. I went on alcoholic sprees with James Joyce in Paris, goes back to Toronto, becomes best friends with F. Scott Fitzgerald, becomes enemies with F. Scott Fitzgerald. Then he becomes obsessed with bullfighting and keeps traveling to Pamplona. And then he covers like the Turkish-Greco War and witnesses genocide firsthand. And I'm reading all this in Wikipedia. And then like the next sentence is like, and later that year, just days after his 21st birthday. What? What? He's 21? I'm like, how the fuck? So, quite the story. That's where I left off. And I'm sure there's a lot
His
more.
dad killed himself, his sister killed himself, and his mom killed herself, I believe. And then he killed
And then
himself.
he was
And
also the king of getting maimed.
He
Like,
was
he got fucked up.
he was a big game hunter in Cuba.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, interesting guy.
I remember his boat. He did in World War II. They had U-boats, right? Like the submarines. I read that he got his like fishing vessel or his boat that he owned was privately, and they had these kind of boats where they would put fake munitions on them to lure U-boats in, and then they would like fire on them, like civilian boats.
Really?
And he did that.
So he did that too.
Yeah.
Like you're a writer.
He got anthrax.
You're an author.
Yeah, like what?
He contracted anthrax, which I thought was
You
a
got
weapon.
anthrax?
I thought that was a weapon.
The only person that ever lived through anthrax?
Oh, authors are supposed to be weenies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not back then. They were frontiersmen.
I guess they were.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
And like he loved hunting big game. Then he moved to Idaho. And I think he had a condition where there's too much iron in his tissues of his body, and that drove him mad, and he shot himself with his favorite gun.
Hell yeah.
So I didn't
I could
even
use
know
your
he
least
committed
favorite.
suicide.
Yeah, he killed
It's
himself.
Too much on the Wikipedia.
But he shot himself in the head. In the Wikipedia, I believe it says blew his brains out, which is that's worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
What? What?
I don't know. I'm just
Was that the sound
I'm
you'd make?
reacting appropriately.
And so his statue in Idaho is just his head like on a pillar.
Jesus.
He hated Idaho too. He said it doesn't compare to Cuba. Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, it doesn't. Jesus. Are you keen on his prose?
The way he writes is interesting. It's like a ADHD, like very short sentences, choppy. It's really. I've only read Farewell to Arms. I'm not pretending to be like some master of this, but it was interesting and jarring to read. A lot of ands, like a lot of sentences will be the length of a page.
Oh,
but like I think
style.
by design,
he's probably stubborn.
he didn't want to end the he didn't want to
Fuck this.
He's so masculine, he won't end his sentences. Periods are for women.
Dude, I used to feel that way about question marks.
But periods,
Really?
I'm talking
I
about.
used to-
I'm
in
talking
text.
about the cycle.
In text,
No, question marks are feminine.
in text, I used to never use question marks. I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking
It's
gay.
too
Like, to be
curvy.
like, what?
It is too curvy.
If there was like a masculine question mark that was spiky as shit, I would use that. I would be inquisitive as fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be curious as a cat. Damn, that was fun to learn.
Then I haven't even that was chapter 1.
Yeah, it's 21
I got
years old.
so much. I'm very interested in this man, and now
Are you going to read one of his books?
probably not.
Farewell to Arms is about
did he-
that Italian front.
Oh, he wrote not
No,
fiction.
no, it wasn't him. It was based off of
Okay,
him.
maybe I'll get into that. I'm so into history now. It's weird.
It's
Like,
weird
I
how that
never
happens.
was as a kid.
Are
Did
you
hear
into
about
history?
his plane crashes?
He crashed planes?
No, he was in back-to-back plane crashes.
Wait, Ernest Hemingway?
He was in back-to-back plane crashes.
No.
2
Yes.
weeks later, he turned 19.
He was in Africa.
What? I didn't get to that part.
He was in Africa.
Is this your favorite guy?
I love Ernest Hemingway.
Look at him.
I didn't know he. Oh, he looks like a Slav with that blockhead.
He was in Africa looking at the Congo. The
This is in Uganda. Yeah.
Jesus, I love this man.
Yeah, the first plane crashed. They got all fucked up, and then they're like camping and like trying to recover from their injuries. And then
Wait, he crashed. He plunged in a crocodile-infested shores
No,
of
he
the Nile.
did not. No, he did not.
They camped out overnight rationing their whiskey.
Jeez.
It's like you're the one making the account of what happened.
Yeah, I
So
guess
you're
you're
like,
the
We
writer.
crashed into the water. By the way, it was filled with alligators.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. He.
Who's
claimed
gonna
it.
fact check me on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the plane that rescued them then crashed.
Oh, that's really bad
Oh
luck.
my goodness.
And in the second one, it lit on fire, and he had to like punch his way out with his head. It said he
Punch with his head.
Is that the word?
There's got to be a better word to choose.
I got halfway through the sentence and remembered that he used his head.
Oh,
That's
my
what it said.
God.
It said he headbutted
Dude, he's
his
the most
way.
interesting. We should just have this is an Ernest Hemingway podcast.
Now it is. We have enough material.
Oh my god, yeah, like
Does he have like a fat head? I'm gonna get a poster.
yeah, get an Ernest Hemingway fat head.
Yeah, I need
He
his fat
rocks.
head. Oh my god, he's cool. He probably was.
He had to
horrible to
be a
women.
whip. I was about to say it.
He had to have
He did
been.
way too much cool shit to be
Yeah.
good to women.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyone who headbutts their way out of a situation is not a good guy to girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shrugged off the crashes. He was carrying a bunch of bananas and a bottle of gin.
It sounds like a
Come
Snoop
on.
Dogg song.
Oh my god.
Fucking Hemingway.
The man. I had to shoot my first lion with a borrowed 256 man liquor. Hell no. I take back everything. And, making a gun and calling it a man
Yeah,
liquor.
he had an itchy trigger finger with a man liquor.
No way I'm touching
Nah.
No way I'm cocking a man liquor. I'd rather be dead than cock a man
I didn't know
liquor.
Hemingway was cocking a man. God damn. All right. Well, I think I learned enough.
Yeah. Wow, that was a fun little walk. I don't know if anybody can compare.
Yeah, it's like Jeff Pearlman isn't doing that shit. I don't even know who's a hip male author
Now,
like up and coming. Do we still have those? We have to, right?
well, like it's just a different thing now.
Now it's like
that's a good-
celebrities. Like,
No,
who-
no. It's like fantasy authors are big.
Yeah, George R. R.
George R. R. Martin, Brandon Sanderson.
But they're not like who's like the
But-
in their prime.
But back then it was like
Who wrote Moneyball?
it was
Michael Lewis?
Capote, was
Oh,
investigating
yeah.
like
That
crime
can-
scenes.
Yeah, the Clutter family.
Jack Kerouac.
Mm-hmm.
The kid who died in Alaska.
The Into the Wild, was he an author?
No, that was
Oh, I thought he wrote the.
No.
John Krakauer wrote that.
Yeah.
Stephen King. Yeah, Stephen King's a huge
King.
pussy.
Yeah. He's there's no like.
Now, nobody should love Maine that much.
Yeah.
Fuck
is
you,
weird.
dude. Dean Koontz's
Dean
hair.
Koontz.
Yeah, we brought up his hair before. That's Hemingway's competition.
Yeah.
Dean Koontz. Yeah. That's unanimous. Dean Koontz's fucking hair. It can't be real.
No. That's going to be me after Turkey.
Oh yeah, dude.
You're going to Turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. The scalp. His scalp is.
I didn't think it was that bad, and then a drone got introduced to the situation. So
Really?
Well, he was wet and a drone flew over his head.
The only two things you couldn't have happen. Collaboration.
Some Hemingway.
That's back-to-back plane crashes.
That's your Hemingway factoid.
yeah, back-to-back.
Rudy
plane
survived
crashes.
a
Rudy
drone shot of
a wet head drone flyby.
from directly above my head at high noon.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad.
What?
You had introduced the Hemingway topic as like a trans topic, I believe you said.
Oh yeah, because he was
his
raised
mom
trans.
was like pretty
Yeah.
much like you're trans, whether you like it or not. And he just did not. He didn't become that.
I have a second trans topic.
Oh. Yes.
I watched Will and Harper the other day.
That's Will Ferrell and his trans friend.
Yes, Harper Steele.
Yeah.
This is a new show.
It's a Netflix
It's a
show.
Netflix movie.
I travel the country with my trans friend.
And it's honestly I'm not a big fan of movies or movies like this. Like I just don't really care about people that much.
Yeah.
So like my one takeaway is like, okay, trans people are boring too. But they travel through America and it's actually pretty nice. Like everywhere they go, everyone's nice.
I heard they go to the Deep South and people were expecting, like, it's almost like when Borat was like in the South and like shit in a bag.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
well, that God bless you.
Yeah,
Everyone was nice, right?
They went to like a rodeo and Harper.
I feel like being next to Will Ferrell helps.
That could help.
Will
Well-
Ferrell being there helps with a huge camera crew.
well,
I'm gonna commit this crime around a camera crew and Will Ferrell.
Yeah, the camera crew too.
You'd have to hate trans people so much.
Yeah.
to be-
like.
But the part that was crazy to me is Will Ferrell keeps dressing up.
What do you
Like
mean?
in costume. like he's going out to dinner with his trans friend, and Will Ferrell dresses like Sherlock Holmes. And so like,
Why's he
when-
doing that?
It's kind of demeaning, right?
That's
Right?
yeah.
Like,
He's like,
we're all
hey, if
doing
you're doing it, I'm
costume.
doing it.
Like, the one thing I wouldn't do if my trans friend asked me to go out to dinner with them is dress up in a Halloween costume.
Or I guess we're all doing Halloween.
If you're playing pretend, I am too.
Dude, they're at this Texas steakhouse, and this is the only place that they said they had bad vibes. And I was like, well, it's probably because Will was in a Sherlock Holmes costume.
Why are we getting looks?
But they like, so it starts with him having to eat like a 72 ounce.
Yeah, there he is, a Sherlock. Third
Yeah,
picture. He's got the big pipe.
It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
Dude. And then he goes out and he's like on stage and have like he's making like an announcement so anyways, you have to eat a 72 ounce steak in an hour.
Oh, it's that
For
big
free.
Texas place.
Exactly. And I guess they put you on a stage to eat this and start the
Yeah.
clock. And he's doing like a big Sherlock Holmes, like, I'm Sherlock Holmes from London. And like his trans friend Harper's just sitting there like, what the fuck? And then it kind of hard cuts to them in the car the next morning and Will Ferrell's crying like, I'm sorry I did that.
Wait.
And then
That's the funniest thing in the world.
Yo, and then they get to Vegas and he does it again.
Do it once is okay. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep doing that over and over.
He's not- he doesn't
That just proves how much he needs attention.
Yeah, it was. Though I like Will Ferrell. I love his movies. I've always been like, I can see him being a lot in person.
Yeah.
And he that showed through in the movie. But like he dressed like Sherlock Holmes and then he cries and apologizes.
Oh, there he is walking on stage. But then the headline's bullshit. Gets awkward reaction. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at you. Wait, so this is like documentary style?
Yeah.
Documentary.
Yeah.
Been there, brother.
Very
But
much.
they're not like playing characters.
No.
Fictional characters.
No, Harper
Yeah.
Steele is formerly dead named, however you say it, Andrew Steele, who was the head writer of SNL. And that's where
Okay.
they became friends and they've been life. He actually says in the start of it, he's like, if you've ever wondered why did Will Ferrell do that? The answer is Andrew Steele. He's like, if you're wondering why I did shitty beer commercials in random cities in America, if you're wondering why I did a full movie in Spanish, like these were all Andrew Steele's ideas. And so they go on this road trip to kind of like figure out their friendship, like figure out what it's like now. You know, they're still best friends, but just figuring out how to navigate it. And then they get to Vegas after he's cried and apologized for Sherlock Holmes. And he comes out in Vegas with a Fu Manchu and like
Oh yeah, there he is. It's real crooked. Oh, he looks like the Baron
Why
from
is
Dune.
JD Vance in that?
Yeah, JD Vance is pissed off.
He's so costumed. Wait, was he apologetic because like, hey, this is kind of like demeaning toward you being trans that I'm dressing up? Like
I don't think he.
But like the
got
whole thing about being trans, like we're not dressing up. This is the real me. And
it was great. When he did it the second time, I was like, "You gotta stop
doing this. You
kidding
cried.
me, Will."
You cried yesterday. Oh, it's to prevent them from receiving celebrity treatment. Oh yeah.
That's the
Except the
disguise?
20 fucking HD 4K cameras around you. Oh, fuck that. Cipher attention away from Steele.
That draws
So
attention.
what? Yes.
Look at him.
Oh, that's absurd. That is just
Yeah, he's trying to.
honestly, Kyle, if I was
blend
trans,
in.
you'd get jealous, right?
Yeah, I would have to, dress up like an elf.
Or we're stilts.
It's to take the heat off me. You're not going to be in trouble surrounded by a camera crew
Right.
and Will Ferrell. I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe there was a trans person at dinner. I'd be like, there was Will fucking Ferrell.
He was dressed like a Fu Manchu. Everyone knew it was Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that was really uncomfortable. I didn't want to eat.
This is so you can see.
Oh,
the
I
car
have
ride.
to watch this.
I feel like I let you down in that moment. I was like, oh shit, we got to worry about Harper's safety. Like, dude, you were dressed like.
And no, you don't.
That's crazy.
Do you ever see the like compilations? Like, is this actor an asshole or very kind?
Yes,
to-
on TikTok.
And yeah, Will Ferrell is unfortunately always
I-
in the asshole category.
I haven't seen. What's the compilation?
It's like you have to guess. It's like a game you play on TikTok. It's like a automatic slideshow. It's like asshole or nice,
okay.
and then it'll change and it'll say asshole.
Oh,
to see like how this person treats like regular people.
and they have
supposedly.
evidence of it, or they're just.
And
No,
that's
just hearsay.
stories and hearsay.
Oh no, it's TikTok.
Mhm.
True, but it seems like Keanu Reeves obviously nice.
Yeah.
Bill Murray obviously asshole.
Mhm.
I didn't like Christian Bale being an asshole.
That's so obvious.
You think?
There was on a Terminator movie he was in. He was berating the staff.
But
I never saw that.
I've seen that. I feel like those always get played out like where it's like, yeah, he got mad at work today.
Could have been one incident.
Yeah.
Like that we who
You
cares?
probably
Yeah.
treated Barstool fans like
Oh,
trash.
God, yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone, dude. Dude, every time I go out with Fights, he tells the hostess no pictures.
He calls
Calls
no
ahead.
pictures. Barstool. No
I
pictures.
show up with my own bags. I'm like, you gotta get everyone's phone, put it in his bag.
You should wear a disguise.
yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Of a character I've played before.
Yeah, right. Fuck off. Right. Is that Will Ferrell or is that a man that looks just like Will Ferrell in a Ron Burgundy costume?
He's been Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, right. What an asshole. I have a bone to pick with Whole Foods, dude.
Pray tell.
I'm a nervous Nelly.
Mhm.
I think you guys know that. And I was in Chicago here shopping, and a lot of people in grocery stores. And I hate going to grocery stores as is. I get nervous in grocery stores because I never remember what I want to get. I'm trying to get in and out. It's always crowded. If there's too many people in the aisle, I'll just skip it. I'm awful at grocery
Me
stores.
too. I have to Google like what aisle is baking soda.
What?
Like I don't know where anything is.
No, not a
you
clue.
just walk around.
No,
and read
no, I
signs.
hate
so
that.
hard. Yeah.
And a nervous voice came over the intercom, and they were like, "Hey, we have a code green," and it's like a trembling voice. "We have a code green, like please, just," and they little break back on code green, code green. I'm like, "What the fuck is code green?" So I Google it and I go to the Whole Foods subreddit, it means that they have to take the garbage out. Fuck that.
Oh, that sucks.
Fuck that so hard.
That's great.
I was nervous as
call
shit
that
like an active shooter.
Any
And a trembling voice.
code followed by a color.
Color is bad.
Disaster. Green, maybe. Green is the definitely.
But you feel like they would say, they would even like code green to like soften whatever, to stop mass panic.
Yeah, you don't say code.
You don't say code. Or you could say garbage.
Right. We do produce trash here.
Yes.
We are an establishment that has people working. here.
Yes. It means take the garbage out. Fuck Whole Foods.
One time I was at Whole Foods, this is back when I was in Boston still, and I saw my drug dealer there. And I was like,
Living a healthy
I
lifestyle.
was like, I think he's overcharging.
yeah. If your drug dealer's shopping at Whole Foods,
What the fuck is my drug dealer doing at Whole Foods, dude?
yeah, that's enough to piss you off. What's the etiquette for seeing your drug dealer in public?
I said hi.
Yeah?
Yeah. He used to come in all the time. He'd come in and he'd crack a beer and he'd have like 3 sips and it would always bother me. I'm like, just say no or
Oh, you'd offer him a
stay
beer?
and drink the beer.
Oh, he would come in. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Was he with? Never mind.
What?
I don't know. I don't know drug dealer.
I don't know.
You know what? I was actually funny.
I never had a drug dealer.
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
But I was thinking earlier how weird it is. I lived with one my first year in New York when I was 21.
What kind of drugs?
Weed, but it's so funny. To
It's
think,
weird to think back then. Yeah.
yeah, I had he just sold weed, but it was like our coffee table like lifted up, and it was just full of weed in there, and the whole house, our whole apartment always stunk like.
How
weed.
does that work? Who's he get it from?
Great question.
Yeah.
I don't
Were
know.
you just brought it home?
Yeah, it would
Okay.
just be like a coffee table full of weed. I don't know how it got there.
Okay.
Well, I only lived there for like 6 months, so he never needed a refill.
Yeah.
But it's funny to be like, I live with a drug dealer. Like, now that sounds so much harsher than it was like, he sold weed to like people.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah.
It's not.
But
But back then, that's scary.
Yeah.
I didn't have a drug dealer, but I've my friends would have people. And
Yeah.
I was always so nervous.
Mhm.
Nervous with the
Coke dealers are scary still.
Yes.
Coke dealers here. So one time I asked a drug dealer, could you get me steroids? And he was just like, what?
Dude.
And I was like, he's like, I sell Coke. I was like, I don't know who else to ask, man. I don't know where else I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
wait,
go.
where do you get steroids? Where did you get?
I've always
you did a
wondered that.
cycle, right?
I did. I honestly don't even remember. My first time I ever did a cycle, I was like in college, and it must have just been from a friend. I did Anavar, which is the only reason I remember the name of it is because Google Georgia cheerleader steroids. It's what
You were doing cheerleader
It's, what
steroids.
it's actually for people with AIDS, so they don't lose muscle mass.
Oh.
But this chick, check the images.
So the
She-
good stuff.
She's got.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah, she was barking.
The only reason I remember Anavar's name is because of her.
Oh my god, dude! She was throwing those girls up out of the stadium.
Oh.
And then I did Winstraw. I just got on the dark web.
She is jacked.
Yeah.
I don't know what the dark web is either. Is it a website?
I didn't use
Fascinated by it.
it. Someone else got it for me. Someone else who used to work here. You can probably guess who it is. I might have lived with him. But we got it delivered to the office in Milton because we didn't want to get it delivered to our address in case the police brought it.
K Marco was doing steroids.
No. No. And we were like, if it gets delivered to the office, we can just pretend that someone ordered it to the office and we didn't have anything to do with it.
Because that's a felony, correct? If you get caught, and they do catch people.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it from Russia, I believe.
Whoa.
Russian Winnie, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
works.
awesome?
It works. Yeah. I always say when I was like, I suck at
What about your
pull-ups.
sense of self-preservation? You're injecting something into you.
No, it was
Injecting
pills,
okay.
pills. Never did inject.
Still, that scares the fuck out of me.
What?
Taking a Russian dark web pill.
Yeah, I just didn't even think about it.
Did you think there was a chance you'd die?
I honestly didn't even think about it at all.
Yeah.
But why did you want to be jacked?
We were, I think we were getting ready for Fagawi or something like something dumb.
Yeah,
like
you
something-
gotta be ripped at the Nantucket sailing race.
What's Fagawi?
right. It, like,
Is this a strongman competition or a music festival?
it's neither.
It is a sailing race.
Literally,
Yeah, you gotta be.
gotta get up. You
gotta get jacked.
dude. It's literally just a party. And I think in our heads we were like, it's summer because it's Memorial Day weekend. But like Memorial Day weekend in Nantucket, it's like 50 fucking.
That
degrees.
would have
I was wearing a winter jacket the whole time.
The pitch between you two deciding to do steroids for a sailing race in Nantucket has to be in the history books the douchiest conversation of all time. The douchiest conversation that's ever been.
Dude, steroids for a sailing race to watch.
No, you don't even watch it. No one watches it. You just go drink. Like there's.
Okay.
It's kind of
How
like,
long did it take? Was it your idea or were you convinced?
I wasn't convinced. It
How
was
long?
pitched
How
to
long?
me and
How
I
long
went,
did the
"Sounds
pitch take
good."
you to agree?
0 seconds.
Did you think it was a sick idea?
Yeah.
I'm on his side on that one. Yeah.
Dude, you're proof that people can change, man. I don't see that from you at all.
The juice?
Just like wanting to get blackout at a sailing. Like, were you trying to get pussy?
No.
Oh,
never.
okay.
Never.
Were you were never a hound?
No. Hounds.
believe that.
Hounds always bothered me.
Yeah, I don't
My
like
college
hounds.
roommate was a hound. There was one time it bothered me so much. He was always like he was always one of the guys like yo, hot girl.
Don't like that.
Right? And one time we were doing it. We're driving down like probably West Tennessee Street in Tallahassee, and he's like, "Yo, hot chick coming up, hot chick." And we got there, and it was just a guy with long hair. And I was like, "Dude, just wait until
That's when you need to stop.
until you're positive of the sex. Don't
Yeah.
say hot girl yet. It's not necessary."
It's also hard to respond to that when someone does that.
Yeah.
You're like,
No.
Right, word.
Like,
should we
yeah.
high five?
Like, yeah. What do you do? Rudy, can I talk about it?
What?
Tommy Smokes is like that.
Oh yeah.
He's a hound.
Tommy Smokes is a hound.
Yeah.
And at the Barstool Bar for trivia, a girl walked by that, and Tommy goes, "She's like probably the distance between me and Feits away." And Tommy looks her up and down, not ocularly, scullarly. He goes head up and down and goes, "Holy fucking shit."
Not in a
And then-
whisper.
Not in a whisper.
No.
And he like back of hand double pats Rudy. That was Rudy's girl. Tommy didn't know.
And I was like, you know that? He's like, wait, what?
How uncomfortable would that be?
Yeah.
I don't like pussy hounds, and I don't like sexcapade braggarts.
Sexcapade,
Yes.
like
Don't tell me if you got pussy.
don't tell me about fucking unless it's funny. Don't
Unless
tell me,
it's funny.
Like,
Unless
like,
you-
I fucked her good last night. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I only tell me if you fuck poorly.
Yeah, like if something awful happened, yeah, I'd love to hear the story. If you just like had good sex, I could care less.
Oh, dude, I fucking wailed last night. Like, okay, I'm proud of you.
It's so bad.
She's so lucky.
successful.
Oh, I wish I
hound.
was her.
Unless it's like a Russian dude. Russian dudes will they'll just meet you and show you like a picture of a girl he's fucking's like tits. Like, check it out. In like the
Before you
sauna.
get his name.
Yeah.
That was the first time we met Rear Admiral.
What? He showed you tits?
Showed us his vasectomy.
Oh,
A video of his vasectomy?
Wait.
No, like in pictures. He's like, hey, what's up, Feits? I'm all right. I got a vasectomy yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, dude.
It was like
That's
his legs
jarring.
up in the stirrup.
No way.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
all right, bro.
That is a harrowing sight, I bet.
Yeah, it was
That's the worst angle.
just nails like your grandmother.
Oh, my word.
God. Jesus Christ.
Have you ever seen your asshole?
Like one time when I was like 7.
Were you in like a fun house? Or?
Honest to God, kind of. Like, dude.
Yeah, what would have to have had happened?
I was
You
curious.
bump into him at Whole Foods? Hey, is that my asshole? At the Olive Bar?
Dude, I was our house was getting an addition put on, so we were living with my grandfather for like 3 months, and I was up in the attic, and the attic had like I was probably a little older, probably like a little
Yeah, wait.
curious,
how this is gonna get to?
Yeah.
and it was just like one of those, you know, those it was like a closet but with glass doors that slide, and I would do this thing where I'd put it between my legs and I would lift it up, and,
Oh, it look like you're floating.
and it would look like I'm floating, and
Naked,
then
though.
No, but that's how it started, me playing with this mirror, and then like one night I was like, I wonder what my asshole looks like. And I just,
You made it sound like an
It
accident.
was no, that was no accident.
no.
I wonder what-
I bent over in front of it, and I was like, all right, don't need to see that again.
Use your 7-year-old asshole.
7's too young. Like at that point, you probably have never seen an asshole, surely, right?
Definitely not. No, but it was probably like
So the first asshole
10
you
to
saw
12.
was yours.
first asshole I saw. I would guess is yeah.
Yeah.
First spread asshole I saw.
Everybody remembers their first spread ass. Actually, mine was probably mine too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Mine 100%. It has to be.
Kyle?
How old were you when you were?
I don't think.
Probably like
I had a hemorrhoid senior
14 or 15, I'd guess.
14 or 15?
I don't know. That's something I've given so little thought to.
I forget I have it.
Yeah.
You had a hemorrhoid?
Multiple.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, can I say something about hemorrhoids that I was talking to my buddy.
Yeah, dude, this is an open forum. You're not going to offend me.
Nah, dude, nah.
I was talking to my buddy's
too far.
dad at a wedding this past weekend, and I was like, "Hey, Mister, whatever, how you been?" And he's like, he's like the fun dad kind of deal, and he's like, "I've been better, Feitelberg. Got a bunch of hemorrhoids." And I was like, "Oh shit!" You're like, "What's that like? I've never heard of that or had that." And he goes, "I'll just say this." When I wipe my ass, it feels like I'm shaking someone's hand.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What does that mean?
It's just like dangly appendages. I had
What do you say
I had
that? You're like, oh, I get it now.
I had 4 at
I get it.
once.
Like I do, like it's so perfectly descriptive. I was like, I do get it now. Yeah.
I had 4 at once, and I had to look at my asshole, and it looked like those like stress balls that have the netting on the
Oh,
outside.
come on,
Yeah.
dude. What the fuck?
And I knew I had it, but I was too embarrassed. I was a senior in high school. I was too embarrassed. You had to sit on like a donut, so I would just sit on them raw. Yeah.
You're very ass
Do you
conscious.
get
Yeah.
them like? Are they like lasered off or they?
No,
just
no,
kinda
they
go away?
mine they put.
They pulverize them?
No, you could either get them lanced, or I got rubber bands around mine to kill them off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's medieval as fuck.
They put these little rubber bands
He's
around
got
it, so like.
Jerry curls.
Dude,
on my
it
ass.
looked like when a chick comes back from like Barbados, it's like it's their hair. Yeah, I got this. I was down in the. My ass was on island time.
They play the steel drums in the clinic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bad.
I got a this day in history.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
please.
Yeah.
I saw you looking at it like an old ass newspaper
Yeah,
walking
so
by.
I came across something different this time. I discovered the New York Times archive, which is where they have all of their newspapers from like the 1800s. And so I went back 100 years, 1924, October 3rd, and I tried reading that newspaper, and it was hard as fuck to read because they don't digitize it. So it's just a photocopy PDF of the newspaper itself.
Yeah.
And the script is
Nearly
like
impossible. You can't
this fucking
search.
big.
What do they call those in the library?
They're really cool. Those machines that have the screen and you can like.
Yeah. Anyways, so I just looked for something interesting, and the most interesting headline was, I want you to try to guess.
This was 100 years ago.
Mouse darkens. No, I want you to guess what it's about.
Okay.
So the headline is Mouse darkens half a city.
A mouse ate through a wire.
Warm.
Warm. Is it a fictional mouse?
It is not.
Mouse darkens.
Did it walk onto like a subway track and short circuit something?
You're in the neighborhood. That's pretty much it.
What is it?
So a mouse in an electric factory in France.
An
Leo-
electric factory?
Yeah, like an electric power plant, I suppose. They weren't. The sentences are weird as fuck too.
That's how they describe Barstool employees.
Yeah.
Was this in Banana Land? An electric factory in Banana Land. Dave just talks like an old timey newspaper.
Yeah. But it got stuck in a piece of machinery, and it caused it to short circuit. And
The
then
foreman said, "What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we even doing here?"
Yeah. And then it caused a huge fire, and it was like this weird cascading effect where the turbine then short circuited because of this one little mouse. And then that caught on fire, and then the factory caught on fire, and then something else caught on fire.
Oh, it caused a smoke show.
It was exactly. Yeah. And so, but I was trying to figure out like how the fuck did they know that was a mouse's fault? And also, it's super French of that to happen. Like only in France
That
would a
is-
mouse
Yeah.
fuck around like that.
Gnarly.
That's like kind of like the history we were talking about with like Hemingway, where it's like that's probably like some guy
Yeah,
did
Said
it.
some
So
French
then he's
dude
like,
was
I don't know, I think a
like,
mouse did it.
Mouse.
yeah, yeah.
That's like all history is just someone blaming some inanimate thing.
Yeah.
I mean, back then there was no camp. You could just. Ernest Hemingway might have been a pussy.
Yeah.
He might have been.
He was just a good writer.
Yeah, because they're like no one knew what he was doing in Africa.
Yeah, there were no camera. Well, there might have been cameras, but
Not in Africa.
Yeah.
Surveillance camera, Congo.
I meant like on the shoulder.
Oh, I'm busted. You are under arrest. How'd you know? They just pull out like a nice ass screen.
a real nice screen.
We have ring cameras.
He got caught on a ring cam in the Congo.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, yeah. I was picturing also just a French dude like seeing a mouse go near it and being like, no.
Have you been gambling fights?
Have I been gambling? Yeah. I'm crushing Stool Viver.
Oh yeah. The anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
I was out the first Thursday of football. What's the prize?
You got a $50,000 bet.
I would have handled that a little bit better.
You had the T. Higgins bonus bet, right?
I had the T. Higgins bonus bet did not hit. But yeah, that's about it. I'll do a couple of like touchdown bets, and I'll usually bet the Pats game. But
You won like $5,000 last
I had
weekend.
a weekend, so I was trying the first touchdown parlay, which is
Dumb.
That is a filthy move.
Yeah, that is
To parlay first touchdowns, and like if you do it, you got to sprinkle in a bunch.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like trust one. That's never gonna happen. But it's a huge risk, and I finally hit 2, which $5,000.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice. Do you have any parlays?
of course.
What you got?
What do you got,
I got some parlays.
Rudy?
I have a couple. They're dog shit.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
running out of-
I've
I'm running
completely
out.
run out of
Okay.
players to bet. I have a parlay I like to call Jackie Kennedy asking the doctor where her husband was hit, and that's Indy Temple no Moorhead, and that's Colts money line, Temple money line, and Moorhead to lose against Butler.
In the temple, no more.
No Moorhead. Yeah. What else do you, I also have what you say when you see your favorite Cubs slugger for the first time in 25 years, and that's Sammy Brighton former skin, and that's Debo Samuel Brighton money line, and former Redskin Terry McLaurin,
Yes. Former black man, Sammy Sosa.
former black man Sammy Sosa, born black. He's Dominican, right?
I
Gotta
think
be.
so, yeah.
I also have. I sure am glad I got that China tutor for my boy. This is a WNBA parlay.
Okay. Yeah.
Sun Aces Asia. And that's Connecticut Sun, the Vegas Aces money line. Asia Wilson be the leading scorer. I'm really struggling though.
They're hard to come.
How long does this take? When
I don't want to say.
No.
No.
cannot say.
I don't want to say.
You just go like, do you get what comes first?
You
The
never know.
phrase or
It's
the
like-
name.
It goes
One player.
both.
You like look through the names, like the list of NFL players,
And then-
what can I do with that name?
Yeah, and then you're looking for a specific joke to work, and then you see another name that might work, and then you go down that.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
we're making up players now.
Yeah.
So like these dudes are submitting themselves. These are the dudes that listen to our pod, man.
I love
This
them.
is like, what's the lighting?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Dude, he's in Blade Runner.
I love it.
I love these boys. Do we name them yet? Because did you make? You have a guy.
Yeah. Catalog Cigarettes Senior.
Okay, which one is that on the left? Why did you
yeah.
make his first name Catalog?
I feel like that's a cool football player name.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
Yeah, the boys. Some
Yeah.
as are our boys, man.
yeah.
That's
You got to put the pads on, fella.
That's Butch McFadden, QB1, he said.
Okay, Butch
Okay,
McFadden.
okay.
Is he on Easter Island? Or is he?
Can't-
I don't know.
is-
They
that
don't
is-
let you
yes,
get that
that is
close.
Easter
That's a
Island.
mini golf
That's
course.
exactly. That's exactly
Oh,
what
shit,
it looks
yeah.
like.
Dude, I was like, that's probably not real, but maybe. he's at fucking Rainforest Cafe.
Oh shit, he's in the Amazon. What do you have, Kyle? I'll tail.
Let's see what I got. I got a 3-legger in the Bucks Falcons game.
What you got?
Drake. And that's it. The biracial player named Drake. We already saw Black Shaft. Now look for him to expose Whitehead, Jordan Whitehead, the safety for the Bucks in the end zone. Single bet, Drake London.
I love when a three leg parlay has just one guy. It's like much safer that way.
Trying to sell kids weed at a bar mitzvah. This is a college football parlay.
Okay.
Are you Temple Miners Blazers? It's Rutgers University, Temple, UTEP Miners, UAB Blazers, all to cover the spread.
I think they will.
I got a field goal parlay called the Terrible Twos or the Terrible Slutty Twos. It's Moody, Little, Young Ho over 1.5. Cam Little, Jake Moody, Young Wei Koo.
His toddler's a hoe, dude.
Feits power ranking Pittsburgh Penguins privates.
John Feitelberg?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this one?
DeMario D over Crosby Sack. DeMario Douglas over 2.5 receptions. Max Crosby for 1+.
What was that one called again?
Feits power ranking Penguins privates.
That's actually in the book. Yeah. That's actually on DraftKings. Graphic will be there.
I was trying to do something with. There's a guy named Overshone who gets sacks, like Overshone sack. But
yeah, I've been trying really hard. Like, I don't know. I was trying to do like religious facial hair, Mormon goatee, DJ Moore, Jonathan Mingo T Higgins, Mormon goatee. Mm-hmm. But I can't.
That's good. Combining the two is crazy.
It's hard.
Yeah, I was trying to get a P Diddy one going with just Cam Little.
Oh yeah,
just trying to like sneaking cams.
Dude, have you seen the 250 people have accused him now?
Yeah.
Not a good guy.
Down to 9 years old.
Not a great guy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. We forget that he is absolutely heinous.
Yeah.
I feel like the baby oil story was his camp getting that out there
100%.
to distract.
100%.
Because I was joking about it.
Yeah.
We're all just making fun of him fucking Meek Mill.
Yeah.
No, I think we talked about that when.
Can a meek man get ass fucked? I think you have to drop meek.
He's no longer meek.
Yeah, just Mill.
Like P Diddy, like I was reading his Wikipedia page, and he's been crazy forever.
Yeah,
like he threw a party in New York City at like a college gymnasium, and like the people got several people got trampled to death in the crowd.
Really?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, that was nothing.
Jesus, it's like a Dothraki wedding. Topical. Good job.
We mentioned George R. Martin earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by crowd crush, the phenomenon.
It's awful.
What is
It happens at concerts in
one of the
India.
scariest
It's
things.
the scariest thing in the world. It's
Yeah.
happened at like on the Hajj for like the Mecca retreat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's when the crowds get so tight you suffocate.
Have you seen Battle of the Bastards?
Yeah, that's that. They said that was a really good representation of it.
So when everyone starts to flee, like you don't have any control of your body, and you move like in this fluid motion until you reach like a blockade.
Yeah,
so
and
the
you just hit
person
it.
at the front, then everyone just suffocates on top of each other to death, pretty much.
That was, people were worried about that. What was
Astro World? Travis Scott.
Astroworld?
happened.
but
Oh,
then
people did die. Yeah.
more recently, CONCACAF? Is that what's
The
called?
soccer
Oh,
tournament?
The soccer
The
tournament.
Oh yeah,
Miami.
in Miami.
In Miami, that like they couldn't get anyone in, and people were like rushing it. I think someone was like videoing it, being like, "I think crowd crush is happening down here," or whatever.
It sucks. And the most morbid one is the nightclub in Rhode Island, which
Yeah.
also caught on fire.
The station.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's
That's what it's called. That's what,
Yeah, I know.
that's what the vibe-
I was. You knew it quick.
It's right down the street from my house.
yeah,
Really?
that's
From where I grew up.
Fucked.
Yeah, that gives me the PBGBs.
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
horrifying.
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Luckily, we'll never have to worry about that at any of our shows.
No.
That should be an advertising point.
You won't get crowd
Yeah,
crush.
Yeah,
No risk.
we promise you'll
Crowd
live.
crush free.
You'll live.
Yeah.
You'll wish you didn't, but you will.
Oh man. Anything else?
Rudy?
Oh yeah, you have any bets?
I don't even. The years were funny. Mine aren't. I don't want to say them.
Dude, it's getting impossible.
Yeah, I was trying. I had like a ejaculate Patronus.
That's funny.
Yeah, thank you. It's Harry's Juan plus Ron's sister. That equals a Harry son. They call him Junior.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
My
got
brain. I'm about to have a nosebleed.
Yeah. And then Ron's favorite rapper was Cameron with Hermione. He used to play it while he dicked her.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I love you just making them overly sexual Harry Potter.
Yeah, yours can only be really over. Yeah.
Well, I got stuck. This is all.
This one's
I just
called
saw,
Dobby's
I just
Throbbing
was scrolling
Cock.
down this list.
It's just fan fiction he's writing.
Yeah.
I was
Dobby
just
gets the
scrolling
sock and
down
puts
a
it over
list
his
of
giant
players.
throbbing cock. Dobby's a horny elf.
I didn't want to say it. It's just because I saw Cameron Dicker.
Voldemort's
I'm like,
face
all
was
right.
on Professor Quirrell's
Yeah.
cock instead of the back of his head.
And then I tried to do one called Big Black Power. Didn't really get far. It's Keon.
How do you
Coleman.
not? I just have the name.
It's Keon Coleman and Ronnie Rivers. Just Ronnie Coleman. There's no joke. Yeah.
Lightweight, baby.
Yeah. So
Good logo. I used to wear a big black T-shirt. The B and backwards B.
Oh,
Yeah.
those-
he was
those
the
are
man.
best.
Yeah.
it was the man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
It didn't Big Baller Brand just take that logo and add another B?
There was no backwards B. Theirs was just 3 right in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he never got hired by Barstool.
Who?
The dad.
LeVar.
Oh,
LeVar
yeah.
Ball.
I could see that.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
kind
he
of
went quiet. as
disappeared.
hell.
Yeah.
Lonzo's hurt. Melo's good, but he's knocked up a fucking old bitch.
What?
He's
Like
just driving his
30 or
go-kart. I think 35.
roof,
He's
yeah.
driving his go-kart on his roof. Yeah. Living life. Not much to say. Not much to say. Mook Can't Sleep will
Can't
be
Sleep.
out tonight if you're listening the day this comes out, and we're on it.
Yes. Watch
on
the
it tonight.
stream. Call in. Talk
Watch
to
it.
Nick and KB.
Watch it every Monday and Thursday. It's been killing it.
Simple as that.
Thank you. It's been fun. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in.
And then we have the Out of Order tour. Is that sold out?
I think Chicago still has tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, Chicago.
And then Mook and I have some shows coming up.
Yeah.
Where you guys
look at
going?
that.
Pittsburgh, Raleigh, and Austin.
Yes.
Austin, eh? Where are you
We're
going
on.
there?
Mothership.
Mothership?
Oh, dude. No, dude. I'm probably doing like the Chili's.
I believe
Parking
you
lot.
so easily. I was
For
like,
free.
whoa, really? That's crazy.
Pittsburgh, Raleigh, Austin, and you're doing how long? 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, 30 piece.
Yeah. Pittsburgh at Steamboat Willie's. Is that what it's called?
Who knows? Probably at fucking what's that big restaurant in Pittsburgh.
Permani Bros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we do have a Mostly Anus live show coming up as well in November.
God damn.
That we have to
Yeah.
promote.
A lot coming up.
Dude, you're gonna be on stage a lot.
Yeah. Ugh. That'll be fun. All right.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless.